Hey everyone, welcome to Insightful Gaming. If you're looking to crush the competition in the First Descendant, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into an incredible build for Viessa, one of the game's standout characters. Viessa is known for her versatile abilities and tactical expertise, making her a top-tier choice for any challenge the game throws your way. In this guide, we'll show you how to amplify her strengths in crowd control and damage output, so you can dominate the battlefield while still providing crucial support to your team. Whether you're mowing down waves of enemies or holding the line in a tough encounter, this Viessa build is designed to give you the upper hand. Stick around as we break down her skills, playstyle, weapons, reactor, external components, and the best modules to take Viessa's power to the next level. Let's kick things off by diving into Viessa's core mechanics and explore what makes her such a dynamic force on the battlefield. Viessa is a versatile powerhouse whose strength revolves around building up stacks of her passive ability, Frostbite, to maximize her damage output. Frostbite is an absolute game changer, freezing enemies for 2.4 seconds and giving you the upper hand in any fight. So, how do you make the most of this? The key strategy here is using Viessa's skills to trigger Frostbite every 14 seconds while taking full advantage of her area of effect abilities to control the crowd. Now, you might be wondering, where does Frostbite come from? Originally, Viessa's passive is called Ice Shackle, which slows down enemies you hit. But in this build, we're supercharging her abilities with the Absolute Zero module. This module is a total game changer. It transforms all of Viessa's skills into singular, more potent versions and upgrades Ice Shackle from just slowing enemies to freezing them solid with Frostbite. With that foundation set, let's dive into her skills and see how to unleash Viessa's full potential. Alright, let's dive into Viessa's skill set and see how you can maximize her impact on the battlefield. First up is Frost Shards, a versatile ability with a low cooldown that excels at both single target and AoE damage. To get the most out of this skill, aim directly at an enemy to build one stage of Frostbite. The explosion that follows adds 2 more stages, making it perfect for freezing enemies in their tracks. With its low MP cost and quick cooldown, Frost Shards should be your go-to skill at the start of any combat encounter. Next is Frost Road, which is fantastic for boosting mobility and building Frostbite stacks by 2 stages upon contact with enemies. This skill lasts for 16 seconds and not only enhances Viessa's speed and shield, but also deals heavy damage to any enemies that step on it. Our build delivers 50,000 normal hits and up to 100,000 crit damage with this skill. A smart tactic is to graze enemies as you move through, increasing their debuff and building more Frostbite stacks. Keep Frost Road handy as you go to escape mechanism or to shore up your defenses when things get tough. Cold Snap is another powerful tool in Viessa's arsenal, dealing chill damage to enemies directly in front of her while inflicting Frostbite. Use this skill strategically to maintain your Frostbite stacks and control enemy movement, delivering quick bursts of chill damage to slow down advancing foes. Finally, we have Blizzard, Viessa's ultimate ability, and it's phenomenal for dishing out massive AoE damage. With its long duration, impressive range, and damage scaling with skill power, Blizzard is a powerhouse for stacking Frostbite. It adds 3 stacks upon hit and 4 more upon explosion, making it perfect for trapping enemies in a small radius and dealing continuous damage. It's also a beast against stationary bosses, delivering significant burst damage over a 6-second window. To get the most out of Viessa, focus on building Frostbite stacks for continuous passive damage, then unleash Blizzard on boss targets for powerful burst damage. Use your abilities on cooldown to keep Frostbite active on your enemies, ensuring consistent damage every 14 seconds. Frost Road is great for quickly increasing Frostbite stacks when you come into contact with enemies, and you can release those stacks for maximum impact with Snap. Now, let's dive into the Descendant modules, starting with the star of our build, the Absolute Zero module. As we mentioned earlier, this module is a game changer. It converts all of Viessa's skills into chill and singular, making it easy to choose a reactor that boosts all your abilities. Plus, it upgrades your passive from Ice Shackle to Absolute Zero, which now applies Frostbite instead of just slowing enemies. This means your enemies aren't just slowed, they're frozen solid. To keep those skills on cooldown and maximize your uptime, we're running Nimble Fingers. This module cuts your cooldowns by 25%, allowing you to spam your abilities more frequently. To boost Viessa's durability, we're adding Battle of Stamina, which increases your HP and extends the duration of your skills, making her even tougher to take down. And for added defense and power, Iron Defense is a must. It boosts both your defense and skill power. Next, let's ramp up that chill damage and overall skill power. We're equipping the Technician module for a broad skill power increase, and Chill Specialist, which cranks up your chill skill power by 80%. To take your critical hit potential to the next level, we're using Skill Concentration to boost your skill critical hit damage, Front Lines to increase both skill critical damage and skill critical hit rate, and Skill Insight, which gives you a massive 115% boost to your critical hit rate. We're also using Skill Expansion to extend the range of your abilities, and MP Collector to recover energy while clearing mobs. But when you're up against bosses, here's a pro tip. Swap out MP Collector for Dangerous Ambush, and switch Absolute Zero for Cold-Bloodedness. The Cold-Bloodedness module is incredible for enhancing Blizzard even further by turning Frost Road into a skill power buff. With this setup, you can activate Frost Road to build Ice Shackle stacks and then unleash Blizzard for absolutely devastating damage. For our weapons, we're going with the Afterglow Sniper Rifle. I'm still refining this weapon, as I'm missing one crucial module, Weak Point Expansion. This module boosts your weak point damage by 35% on a hit, which will add even more firepower. But even without it, Afterglow is already delivering impressive damage. Let's break down the modules we've got on it so far. For firearm attack, we're using Rifling Reinforcement and Action and Reaction to boost our overall firepower. To increase our critical hit rate and damage, we've added Better Concentration, Better Insight, and Fatal Critical. For more weak point damage, we're using Focus Fire and Weak Point Sight. To control recoil, we've equipped Concentration Stabilizer, which reduces recoil by 30% and adds a 3.5% boost to critical hit damage. The recoil reduction is the main benefit here. Finally, we've got Strengthen First Shot, which increases your attack by 200% for the first shot after a reload. This is the cornerstone of our build. When it comes to the Reactor, you'll want one that enhances chill and singular skill power with your preferred optimization conditions. I'm using Afterglow Optimization, which helps me maximize damage by staying on the Afterglow Sniper Rifle and channeling power through skills. For passive traits, I recommend focusing on increasing skill critical hit rate and skill duration. Lastly, for external components, aim for 2 pieces from the Annihilation set and 2 from the Polar set. This combo extends skill duration and enhances chill power, perfectly complementing our build. And there you have it, a deep dive into a powerful Viessa build for the First Descendant. By focusing on maximizing Ice Shackle stacks and strategically deploying her skills, this build transforms Viessa into an unstoppable force on the battlefield. If you found this guide helpful or enjoyed the content, please hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing for more top-tier builds and gaming tips. Also, drop a comment below with your thoughts, any questions, or your own experiences with Viessa. We'd love to hear how you're making this build your own or any tweaks you found effective. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next guide. Until then, keep dominating out there.